So what we'll be doing today, we are going to go through a couple of options as far as how to safely get up. We want to focus on the fact of if you do fall and you know have found yourself injured, you don't need to move. Okay, it's because moving, if you are injured, can make that injury worse. If you have fallen around your peers, your friends, your neighbors, etc., don't let them try to move you or pick you up. And also, I would encourage you not to try to pick up or move your friend. Both people can get more injured in that scenario. So if I have fallen and my arm is hurting, but I don't recognize it yet, and Shannon tries to pick me up and grabs my hands and pulls me up, I could hurt my arm more. Or if Shannon tries to pull me up and loses her balance, she could get hurt too. So just want to emphasize, you don't need to, the best thing to do is call for help and let a trained professional help others up, okay? So the great thing about living here at Carolina Bay is that you have pull cords in your restrooms and in your bedrooms. And so if you need to alert the front desk, if you have, fallen or injured yourself, then, that can alert the front desk immediately. The good thing about alerting the front desk is, say you've pulled your cord, they will then call you immediately and say, hey, I've noticed your pull cord, alarm came off, are you okay? If you are not okay, or you do not answer the phone, they will come up to you or come to your room to make sure you are okay. So if you have fallen, you're able to pull the cord and they call you, don't worry about being able to answer the phone. They will come if you do not answer the phone, okay? Again, we'll show you ways that you can get up, but if you're injured, the best protocol is just to stay where you are and to call for help. So a big thing that we want to focus on is to try to keep your cell phone on your person at all times. So that's in your pocket, maybe you have a pendant, maybe it's in your handbag. So something always on you to alert someone if you are in distress. The pendant you can get from the front desk, they're $25 a month, and it's the same thing as a pull cord. So if you push it, they will call you immediately and say, hey, are you okay? I noticed your button is pushed. Most of the time it's just because you were putting the dishes away or accidentally, zipped up your coat and tapped it. So, but that's there as an extra service to make sure you're okay. So again, if you've fallen and you're injured, the best protocol is to stay where you are and to call for help. Either that be on your phone or verbally. So your voice is a great tool here. Or if you've fallen in the kitchen and you're near a cupboard where you can pull pots and pans out, hit them on the floor, make any noise that you can to alert someone to come help you. So yes, if you've fallen and you're injured, stay where you are. If you've hit your head, stay where you are. But we're going to go through a couple of tactics to move from one space to the pull cord, or one space to get to your phone to call people, or if you have found yourself not injured but you need to get up to to move and to collect yourself, that we'll be doing that. Another thing I wanted to emphasize, a lot of the falls occur at night when we get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, and I for one like to sleep in pitch dark. So I like it to be really dark, but if I have to get up in the middle of the night, it's still pitch dark and I can't see anything. That's when a lot of falls occur. They make motion censored night lights, so if you get up in the middle of the night and move past it, it will turn a little light on. So those are options for you, but just wanted to emphasize, I would suggest putting one in your restroom, in your bedroom, maybe not a motion censored if it doesn't bother you, a little light, but having some kind of light on in your dark spaces, especially at night. So if you have found yourself on the floor, the first thing you should do is assess and make sure you're not injured. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, take a couple deep breaths, and get your your wits about you. Falling is a scary thing, and I'm glad that we're here talking about it and showing you different techniques to use. There's 100 1,000 ways and scenarios that someone could fall. We're going to focus on 4 options of how to get up. So it's not every single scenario that you may, run into, but hopefully we'll show you each something and you'll each learn something. But the first thing you should do if you fall is to take a couple deep breaths, calm your nerves as much as you can. Again, easier said than done, but trying your best to calm down and slowly move through everything. So it's not a race to get up. If you've fallen, you can take breaks throughout the whole time of getting up. So that's, when you go down from a laying down to a seated position, take a rest. All right, now you're seated. Once you scoot, take a rest. There's no race in that. And then the last thing I wanted to tell you was, if you do fall, it's really important to make sure that your healthcare provider is aware of that. It seems to be, from what I understand, an embarrassing thing to talk about, but it's important to tell your healthcare provider, about your falls, because they can then, maybe it's assessing your medication, maybe it's a side effect of dizziness from a medication, or etc. And so keeping them in on the loop is really important.
If you have fallen and found yourself on the floor, the first thing you want to do is take a deep breath. Falling can be scary, so try to take a deep, calming breath before you do anything. Once you do that, you can slowly start to move to see if you feel any pain that could be indicating an injury. If you don't, slowly sit up and you can start to turn over for the first strategy, which is a crawl. This is if you don't have any knee replacements and you feel comfortable crawling on the floor. This can be used to simply get to a pull cord to wait for help. As you're crawling and moving, take as many breaks as you need, but if you would like, you can try to get yourself to a piece of furniture, get as close as you can, keep the weight bearing in your forearms, and then you can tuck your toes and slowly walk up to your furniture. Let's see that one more time. So again, if you want to use a piece of furniture to get up, make sure it's sturdy. Keep that weight in your forearms, tuck your toes, and slowly walk up before you either stand upright or then turn to sit on your furniture. This can limit the pressure on your knees and help you to be able to sit up to your piece of furniture. A second strategy is scooting back. This again can help you get to your pull cord or get to help or get to that sturdy piece of furniture. This is if you've had a knee replacement or knee pain and don't feel comfortable crawling. You can scoot back. Again, if you're going to furniture, get as close to the furniture as you can. This should be a sturdy piece of furniture like a couch. And then you can turn onto your strong knee using the same strategy of keeping the pressure on your forearms before slowly walking up. Again, this back scoot can be good if you've had a knee replacement and don't feel comfortable crawling. Again, stopping to take as much time to rest as you need. It's not a race, and this should be used for getting to a pull cord or getting to help or getting to that sturdy piece of furniture. Taking as many rests along the way as you need. Again, a sturdy piece of furniture would be a couch or your bed. You should never try to use something like a dining room chair to get up, as that could cause further injury as it is not sturdy. And the same strategy can be used of keeping the weight in your forearms and slowly walking up. A third strategy is the inchworm. This can be good if you don't feel comfortable crawling or the back scoot. You bring your knees and feet up and slowly inch forward. Again, trying to get to a pull cord or get to help. This also creates a shorter turn. If you don't feel comfortable going completely from your back, turning to your knees, this would be a good option. Again, taking as much time as you need, resting whenever you can before using your strategy to slowly get up to your furniture. The last one limits any turning at all. This would be best for if you're getting to a couch. You can pull off a sturdy cushion, put it behind you, and create almost a staircase. This requires more upper body and shoulder stability as you're pushing yourself up onto each level to then get up to your couch to be able to stand up or simply take a rest. Again, you don't have to get up to a furniture to then get up. You can simply scoot to a pull cord to get yourself to a comfortable position. Whatever you do, make sure you tell your doctor and stay safe.